Meredith Vieira has plenty on her dance card as co-anchor of Today and host of a syndicated game show, but now she's also busy with her own production company, which is producing its first feature film about a woman's return from war. So you truly are one of the busiest women in television news, if not the busiest. So how did you find time to be an executive producer of a feature film while just doing a little show called Today?
Well, I think, and you're a mom, so you know, I think once you're a mother, you can, it sounds obnoxious, but you feel like you can do anything because you discover you have to. So, and you learn how to kind of compartmentalize stuff. And okay, I can do this, and then this. I mean, you're much more better organized, I think.
Oh, yes.
Much more organized once you're a mom. And so it's not like I want to take on a zillion jobs, but I find that I'm able to organize myself enough that I can get through them. I've always wanted to have a production company and to find great work and tell great stories. I never had an agenda beyond that. I wasn't looking for one particular kind of story or any particular niche. I just knew that I wanted to tell stories. And stories that might make a difference, too.
Did you have anything in mind of the kind of stories that you want to tell and that you want Meredith Vieira Productions to focus on?
There's not one thing. There really isn't. People say, well, you're going to stay in movies, you're going to move over to TV, this is a drama, you want to stick with that. No, I just want to tell a good story. You know it when you see it. And it can be fun and it can be frivolous. It doesn't have to be intense, but we have to believe in it. And I think if our attitude is, if we think it's a really good story, you're probably going to think it's a really good story if we do our job well.
You obviously spent a lot of your career in long form, 60 Minutes, West 57th Street. So how gratifying in a way to be plunging into long form once again.
Yeah, it's scary. It's really scary, especially in this climate these days. That's why I think it's a major accomplishment to have gotten this far. But sure. There's a lot to be said for telling a story in a minute 20 or whatever we do on the air. But the more time you have, it's wonderful because every story is layered. Nothing's black and white. And it's the layers, it's those grays that really give the texture to a story. So when you have the time to explore all of that, you come away much more satisfied. It's like having a big meal instead of a snack.
Now that you're playing a role as one of the executive producers, is Jim Bell, your executive producer Today, getting a little worried that you're going to say, I think I can do your job?
No, I know I can't do his job, Jim, and I don't want your job. No, he's a master at his job. No, that I would not want. That's really, really hard. It's hard enough what Matt and Ann and Al and I do every day.
So we want to see you on Today forever, right? For the next 35 years.
Oh, yeah,
right?
right.
2:30 in the morning. I'm sure that'll be great. But in the event of down the road, if there's a time you move on, do you see this role, being executive producer of projects, Meredith Vieira Productions, as the next chapter you want to spend your time on?
No matter what happens, I want this to be part of my life moving forward. It's just exciting. It's kind of what I've been preparing for, I think, in some ways, from when I first started many years ago in the 70s as a reporter on radio. It's all about storytelling, and it's all about connecting people to people. And if I can do that at the end of the day, then I've really accomplished a lot.